Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Rite, Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice for the Nintendo 3DS. Well, things have gotten from bad to worse for Maya, as now not only has she been found, quote, guilty of a first murder, but don't worry, everything will be revealed in the trial finale. But now she's been accused of another murder. Just as Maya was found guilty, one soldier burst into the courtroom, the Hall of Justice, and announced that a second murder has occurred using the exact same dagger that was used on Abedini. So now things have taken a turn for the worst for Maya. So now it's up to Phoenix to move it along and get all that proof that he needs to clear Maya of all charges, and I mean all charges. So I guess without further ado, let's get started. We're not wasting no time. Let's do this. We have to prove Maya innocent. Alright, so we're back at the good old temple. Yes, that is how it's pronounced. Temple. Trust me, throughout the whole series, you'll be seeing a lot of references and puns. Well, specifically, more of American references and puns. Though I'm not sure how it is in Japan, if they do like the same thing. I never did. I'll find out about that. Alright, so anyways, let's get started here. What do I do now? I can't believe Maya and I were actually found guilty. This trial need not to be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoked the DC Act against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense, Phoenix Rite, Now that was much better, in my opinion. Technically, Phoenix has not lost the trial, so that little guilty verdict that just happened does not count. I'm gonna make it just to get things cleared up. It's not. It doesn't count as a loss. Mr. Wright, Albie, I saw the whole trial. What's going to happen to Miss Maya now? I'm worried about that too. But right now, I have one more thing to report, Prosecutor Assad Mahi. Yes? This dagger. It bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it. Right now, I need to focus on the next trial. The murder of Acolyte Zilat, right? At least the injury is still out on that one, so to speak. The two murders are most likely connected. If I can get to the bottom of Acolyte Zilat's murder, It might give me the ammo I need to overturn Maya's guilty verdict. Let me help you investigate. I want to assist you in any way I can. I appreciate it, Albie, but we're talking about a murder. Yeah, but it's going to be hard for a foreigner to investigate this on his own. You have a point there. I wish I knew what to do. Isn't that your benevolence? Princess Rafa? Oh, it is you again. The dead lawyer walking, guilty of abetting murderer under the DC Act. I see she hasn't lost any of her charm. Why the long face? If it's what I think it is, girl, get a hold of yourself already. So your seances have been contradicted. Big deal. You gotta understand that not everything, not everything that we see in that seance is what it seems. That's the reason why Phoenix found contradictions in both of your seances, from the first episode to basically now. So yeah. Not to mention, there's still a third seance that she has to do because of the murder of Acolyte Zalat. So we found contradictions. Big deal. That's the whole point of the court, to find the truth. What we see is not often what it seems. I thought you'd be glad I was found guilty under the DC Act. I am in no mood to take joy in your suffering, for I was unable to defeat you twice, and had to leave the job to others. I failed in my sacred duty as the royal priestess. I guess that answers my question. Have I misunderstood the voice of the Maitama yet again? This cannot be! Ow, my face. All I did was to defend my client. I can't bear to see her look so sad like this, though. Your benevolence? Your benevolence! Oh! Barbed Head. I thought you had already begun your journey to the Twilight Realm. I'm not dead yet. I still have an investigation to do for tomorrow's trial. What's this? Do you mean to say you have not given up yet? That's right. I'm going to prove Maya innocent tomorrow. But why? Why do you refuse to give up? I cannot fathom such obstinacy. I think I said it right. Obstinacy. These words. Investigate all you want. I care not. Well, guess what? You're coming with me. I think. You really don't mind? But aren't you worried that a lawyer backed into a corner by the DC Act might do something desperate, like, forge evidence. Also keep in mind, even the prosecution can be guilty of doing the exact same thing. Remember Phoenix's last trial? I sure do. Pepperidge Farms remembers too. What's this? If left unsupervised, I'd be free to do whatever I wanted, you know. Gah. Okay, now to see if she takes the bait. Yes, I see your point. Barbed head? Yes? I know what happened yesterday. You perpetrated some sort of fraud or other misdeed while I was not watching. Huh? That explains why I misunderstood the voice of the High Priest's soul. Yes, of course. That is the only explanation. Apparently she still hasn't understood. I was just trying to cheer her up. Now she thinks even less of me. I must not allow you to sully our sacred hall of justice with your misdeeds ever again. Therefore, today I will be monitoring your every move once more. I will not fail to spot your misdeeds this time. The moment I see anything out of the ordinary, I will send you straight to prison. And you, boy, do not throw your lot in with this foreign devil. But your benevolence. It's okay, Albie. You don't need to worry about me. I'll be back before you know it. But first, I should probably lighten my load a bit. Load. Albie, would you mind holding on to some evidence for me? Of course not. I'm always glad to help. Unnecessary evidence unloaded onto Albie. So we don't see the evidence that we, quote, discarded? Well, I mean, it did that in... When did they show the unneeded evidence? I think it was in the 4th game? I think. So, let's have a look what was removed. Let's see, we still got the paper, we got the autopsy report, the photo, Maya's statement, Lady Kira's warning, the plumbed Punisher strap, and the inner sanctum diagram. So I think what was removed was the flags, or that the parachute flags, the bloody letter, and the envelope that contained the warning in it. And I think that's it. If there was something missing, please let me know in the comments. Sorry, I gotta go back. There we go. May the Holy Mother's blessings be upon you. Now then, the scene of the crime is the logical place to start. If I recall correctly, the body was found at the Plaza of Devotion. Alright, so yeah, just in case if you have no idea where you're supposed to go, you can always ask the one who's joining you in the investigation. It could be Maya, it could be Albie, or it could be Rafa. Alright, so the notes, or yeah, you can basically check your notes as well. Also, if you need a brief summary of the case, just hit the X button, and there you go. So, yeah, here's what has happened. Purification Rite serial murder. The defendant, Maya Fey, age 28. The victim, Prey Zalat. Y'all understand that? Prey Zalat. Age 21. Notes. Maya is suspected in the serial killings. The victim was killed while praying to Lady Kira. So yeah, that's basically your brief summary on the events that is happening right now. All right, so let's head towards the Plaza of Devotion. All right, skip this. Looks like the police already finished their investigation. To think someone would be killed here, a place devoted to prayer, a body outlined, and flowers. Did someone leave them here in memory of the deceased? Excuse me. There's oh my goodness. There's something different about the prayer flags. As the high priest, the disciple, acolyte Salat was utterly devoted to his training. First, the high priest, and now his devoted disciple. Maya Fey will pay for this. As I keep trying to tell you, Maya has nothing to do with any of this. And you can prove this how? What do you think I'm doing here? Gathering dirt and dust for the trial. You and your smart mouth. This is precisely why you and your lawyerly ilk are so reviled. Hey, Mr. Rite! And it's Emma. Alright. It's that a detective from your country again. It's the princess. You seem displeased that I am here. Oh no! Don't be silly, Mr. Rite. I'm so sorry about what happened to Maya. It's not your fault, Emma. You were just doing your job. And if I had just done mine, Mr. Rite. But it's no use crying over spilled milk. Would you mind telling me what you know about the murder? It's do or die in court tomorrow, and I mean that literally. Gladly, I'll help in any way I can. Remember, I have my eyes on the both of you, so see to it that you commit no misdeeds. Oh boy, esta niña. I mean Rafa, not Emma. Of course not. You're talking to a professional here. Alright, so let's speak with Emma about the incident. Let's see. How about starting with an overview of what happened? Sure. The victim is praised a lot. He was the high priest's disciple. His body was discovered around noon today, right after the rite wrapped up. So during the high priest's murder trial. That's right. Apparently he had been praying here since the day before the rite even started. To talk about serious devotion. Yeah, I barely lasted a few minutes. This is a picture of Mr. Salat's body. Oh wow. that that dagger in his upper back looks like it would have been particularly painful. Is that a tattoo on the back of his neck? It's peach shaped. Everyone started leaving when the praying was finally done, but the victim remained bent over in prayer, and when they went over to check on him, they discovered he was dead, right? And so we get our next piece of evidence. The crime photo. Salat, killed in the Plaza of Devotion. He has a peach-shaped tattoo on the nape of his neck. Alright. Yes, the estimate time of death is May 9th. Sometime between the start of the rite and the discovery of the High Priest's body. Oh, let me put on the volume on my end because it's very, very loud. In other words, we believe a crime took place during the purification rite, and the murder weapon was the same ceremonial dagger that killed the High Priest. The prosecution believes Maya came down the stairs after killing the High Priest, and then stabbed Mr. Salat with the same dagger. Circumstantial evidence does point to Maya, but what about the cause of death? He apparently died instantly from the dagger that was left thrust into his upper back. Here's the autopsy report. Alright, next piece of evidence, the autopsy report. Salat's autopsy report. Cause of death was a spinal cord injury from being stabbed in the upper back by a bladed weapon. Estimated time of death, you say? How can you know such a thing? I want to know. Well, barbed head, out with it. Oh, so the princess of the spirit medium kingdom is interested in forensic science? I have no interest in science, forensic or otherwise. Nevertheless, I will someday be queen. As such, it would be wise to know what silly things the common folk believe in. Oops, excuse me. There's nothing silly about it. I'll have you know, even prosecutors Satmahi holds forensics in high regard. Does he? Perhaps I should not underestimate the power of science. Still, I suppose it is nothing much compared to the divination seance. And we all know what happened there. She really does have an adorable bone in her body. Emma, I think she's actually interested. Would you mind explaining it to her? I guess I have to now. Okay. There are many ways to estimate the time of death, but the most well-known method uses the change in body temperature. Interesting. Body temperature drops at a steady rate from the moment a person dies. That means we can tell how long someone's been dead by measuring their temperature. I see, I see. That was quite enlightening. Barbed head, present your forehead now. What? Why? You feel just a little over 95 degrees. It seems you are not dead yet. Of course I'm not! It was but a jest. After all, you're still the dead lawyer walking. I failed to see the humor in any of this. Neither do I, Phoenix. I failed to see the humor in that too. Alright. Oh. Were there any witnesses? With so many people here at the plaza, you think somebody would have seen something. You'd think so, wouldn't you? But we haven't found a single witness. How's that even possible? Because everyone was bent over, utterly devoted to prayer, naturally. Oh, right. The back-shattering pose that nearly killed me. Still, you think someone would have noticed something? I thought so too, but with the monk's scarf he had on, no one could see the dagger in his upper back. Plus, everyone was so absorbed in prayer, they didn't see or hear anything. I can't believe this. What you choose to believe is your choice, but the fact remains there were no witnesses. However, there is one piece of irrefutable evidence: the dagger. Sadly, yes. Alright. Murder weapon. Could you tell me about the murder weapon? The killer used the Warbat dagger, the legendary weapon of Lady Kira. It was discovered impaled in the victim's upper back. The accused's fingerprints were found on the dagger, were they not? Yes, they were. Alright, so we finally get our murder weapon as evidence: the Warbat dagger. A dagger modeled after a Warbad. Warbad? Warbad? I don't know how it's pronounced. Said to have been used by Lady Kira. And no, not that Kira from Death Note. With such irrefutable evidence, there is no questioning the accused's guilt. Not so fast. What about motive? Maya had no reason to kill Acolyte Zalat. What do the police think about this matter? Alright. Motive. Maya had no reason to kill Acolyte Zalat. So you say, but let us hear now what the police think about the matter. The police believes Maya is the Lady Kira figure who had been battling the rebels, and since Mr. Zalat was the disciple of the High Priest who turned out to be a rebel, he too was likely a rebel, and therefore met the same untimely demise as his teacher. Yes, that is how the police currently view this crime. There's no way Maya is that Lady Kira vigilante. I agree on a personal level, but the police are just going with what today's trial concluded. So in other words, they're jumping to conclusion without reason. They're jumping to with the exception of Emma, which she agrees that Maya is innocent on a personal level, as she says. The police, that they're just jumping to conclusion for no reason. They see what they want to see, and they just, well, they just run with it. As I mentioned before, think of evidence as puzzle pieces. Just because they have fingerprints on someone does not make it think that they are the real culprit. Look at the evidence. Think of them as puzzle pieces and see how they fit. You need to have a reason. Don't just look. I found fingerprints, but who do they belong to? Okay, if they belong to someone, okay, but at the same time, you have to think how do the pieces fit together, like a puzzle. Don't just go jumping to conclusion, otherwise you'll look like fools, big time fools. And I mean, when it comes to evidence, look at it, study it, figure out how it goes together. And I mean, really do it, because otherwise, anyways, I really blew it in court. All right, so with the talking completed, let's go. Let's investigate here, since this is the crime scene. But the flags, it looks weird. Especially this one. I think this is the first time I've seen that flag. This prayer flag looks much newer than the rest. Your benevolence, what does it say here? The dearest wishes of our subjects are written upon these prayer flags. Reading the prayers of others is considered rude, but if you must know, it says, at the usual spot, bring grub, the key to. That is one of the more direct and practical prayers I've ever seen. That's because it's not a prayer, it's a message. I wonder if it's even a prayer. Like I said, that's not a prayer. That's a message. Alright. Next up, I guess the entire floor. No, how about these flowers here? So these flowers were left in memory of acolytes a lot. What are they called? They are known as namanda, and they are given to express sorrow when a life is lost. It seems offering flowers in memory of the dead is a universal practice. Alright, so we get our next piece of evidence, the namanda flower, a flower in Chinese used to pay tribute to the departed, expresses heartfelt sympathy. Okay. Alright, we're done here. The carpet, huh? Acolyte Salat was killed in a prayer pose, with his head bent over like that. The last thing he saw must have been this rug. It is a prayer rug woven by devout monks. May the Holy Mother's blessing be upon his departed soul. It's strange that there are no bloodstains, though. Perhaps it was so cold his blood froze over, or perhaps it was absorbed by his vestment. It is pretty cold. Maybe the blood really did just freeze inside his body. Okay. That message on the prayer flag seems a little weird, but I think I've seen everything there's to see around here. You have not found or heard anything of particular worth. Are you ready to give up? No, I'm not calling it quits yet. Does it look like you have any hope of winning, Mr. Wright? Emma, I can't really say at this point. All I know is I have to keep investigating. What are you two sneaks up to? I would advise you to get back to work if you are done here, Detective. Otherwise, I will report you to Prosecutor Mahi for the dereliction of duty. I'm going. Well, see you later, Mr. Wright, and good luck. I should really pay a visit to everyone and every place connected with this case. Alright, so let's head towards the High Priest's house. And talk to Mrs. Enmy. Hello? Sorry to bother you again, but... Oh, it's you. Barbed Head! You are not, sorry. You are not contemplating casting suspicion upon the Lady Believe, are you? She lost her beloved husband, and now acolytes a lot, who was like a son to her. Of course I'm not. But since she was close to both victims, I wanted to hear what she has to say. Very well. And then, oh sorry, and then there's the fact that Lady Kira didn't attack Mrs. Inman. That probably means she isn't a rebel. Is this a poor parade? Well, I'm sorry, but I don't think I can talk about that right now. But what about Maya? She's innocent. Maya? I heard she was found guilty. First, my dear husband, and now Pare. Mrs. Inme, you don't really believe that Maya is the killer, do you? I don't know. But that was the verdict. So, what else can I believe? What am I to do? The verdict was already reached in your husband's case, but the truth of the matter is yet to be found. How can you be so sure? Because I believe that Maya is innocent. And that is all I have right now. My faith in her. So please, help me understand what happened. So you're defending her based solely on faith? Even though you'll be punished for abetting the accused? That's right. All right then. Your faith has moved me. I will tell you what I can. Are you sure about this, Lady Believe? My lovely wife is also a follower of Qurainism. As such, she is not one to make light of another's faith. But if I find that you have lied about your faith in Maya's innocence, I shall curse your entire family and all your disciples for the next 8 generations. Hey, leave Athena and Apollo alone, buddy. Alright, so let's speak with Miss Inmi, Mrs. Inmi about what she knows. Praise a lot. How did Acolyte Zalat end up living here as your husband's disciple? About 2 years ago, while my husband was at a spiritual retreat in the mountains, he came across a parade collapsed on the ground. That's when he brought him here. You were always one to help those in need, weren't you, dear? And he'd been living here ever since? About 2 years ago. That's around the same time Maya arrived in Qurain. Yes. He was born in a poor village and had nowhere to call home. My husband felt pity for the boy, so he took him in as his disciple. But not only as his disciple, he was like a member of our family too. I see. If this is where Acolyte Zalat lived, there might be something I could learn about him lying around here. Alright, so let's examine here. Alright. What can we examine? Oh! What about here? Those pictures here. A photo of the High Priest, his wife, Acolyte Zalat, and Maya. Since Maya's in it, it must have taken must have been taking the day before the rite. I should ask Mrs. Innie about it. Alright, so we get our next piece of evidence. The family photo. A picture of Maya and the High Priest's family taken during the Feast of Blessings on the day before the rite. Alright, so to think that this would be their final family photo. That no good Maya Fey has some nerve. I mean, here she is posing with the 2 men whom she would soon kill. I beg to differ. I see this photo as proof that she didn't kill them. That smile of hers does not fool me. Oh, like I said, all will be revealed in the trial. I sense a deep and abiding malice behind it. I'll prove my smile is the real deal. Alright, so let's go back and present that family photo to Mrs. Inmi. Can I ask you about this photo? It was taken during the Feast of Blessings, the day before the rite was held. The Feast of Blessings? Would you mind telling me a little bit more about it? Right, the day before. This photo was taken during the Feast of Blessings. The Feast of Blessings? Yes, it is forbidden to eat during the days of the rite. So the day before it's performed, we enjoyed dishes of gingeal, an herb known to strengthen the body and mind. You loved the ginger-based dishes I make, didn't you, dear? Ginger. I heard you can go 3 days without sleeping after eating some. Yes, but many foreigners don't care for it because of its strong smell. Our customs say that these dishes can only be eaten the day before purification rite, and only between noon and 3 p.m. That's pretty specific. Is it because the smell is too strong? A very good guess indeed. It is to ensure the smell is gone by the time Lady Kira is welcomed the next day. Wow, is it really that strong? Come to think of it, the evening before the murder, an overwhelming odor was all over the town. It was like a cross between garlic and mint. After the Feast of Blessings, Parade went over to the plaza to begin his supplication. I never thought that would be the last time I would see him. What was Maya doing at the time? Shortly after Parade left, she went to the temple to prepare for the rite. I don't know what she did after that. All right, so we get Mrs. Inmi's statement, a statement about the Feast of Blessings that was held the day before the rite. So acolytes went out to pray the afternoon before the rite. According to the newspaper, on the day before the rite, the plaza was so cold, the whole place had iced over. Pray always prayed a lot, far more than anyone I've ever known. He was a devout young man whose faith was twice as strong as others. I don't know why, but that's kinda intimidating to me. I thought I'd have made some progress by now, but I haven't come across any particularly insightful information, even here. You seem disappointed. Mrs. Inmi, is there anything else you could tell me? Forgive me, but if I keep thinking about those two any longer... Barbed head. Yes, I understand. Thank you for your help. I'm sorry to have troubled you. We have paid a visit to all of the people and places connected with this case. I think it is about time you are prepared for the inevitable, don't you? Well, so much for that. Alright, let's head towards the detention center to speak with Maya. Alright. Maya sure looks tired. I'm so sorry, Maya. I failed to defend you during the trial earlier. I'm sorry too, Nick. I never meant to get caught up in this whole mess. Even worse, I got you caught. I got you caught up in it too. Oops. Go back. I got you caught up in it too, and you were convicted under that stupid law. Thank you. See, this is why the whole script button is comes in very handy, just in case if there's some dialogue you may have skipped over by accident. This is why this button here helps out a lot, and I mean a lot. Nick, you should really withdraw from this case. Maybe they'll even commute your sentence if you do. I could never abandon you like that. You might not believe me, but I'm going to pull it out to pull off a win somehow. It's not like I don't believe in you. It's just, don't worry. Maybe this extra day in court is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside and upside down. You'll see. Okay. You're awfully quiet, Your Benevolence. It is only a matter of time until your executions are carried out. I simply thought I would allow you to a good talk before you depart from this world. Sorry, but we're not giving up yet, and we won't until the bitter end. There is no need to put on a brave face. Your fates were sealed with today's verdicts. Worry not of Maya Fey. The Twilight Realm will cleanse the taint from that neophyte. I think I said it right. A practitioner's soul. Then perhaps the Holy Mother may finally forgive her. Wait. Was that her attempt at comforting me? Barbed head? Further resistance shall come to naught. Stop your desperate struggle. Accept the judgment that has been passed upon you. She obviously doesn't know me very well. Does she? Then perhaps your sentence will be... hold it right there, Your Benevolence. Why do you always have to be like that? Maya, what are you... What is the matter? I was simply showing you some mercy upon your souls. Nick here is risking... Nick here is risking his life to defend me. And that is why I told you it will come to... No, it won't! Nick is just doing what lawyers are supposed to do. He's defending his client no matter what. Enough! There is no place for lawyers in the Hall of Justice. For we have the divination seance. But your insights were wrong. And you know it, Nina. You know it. The seance we've been doing up until now, yeah, we've seen the moment of impact in the murder, but there have been some contradictions within those seances, and Phoenix has every right to call it out. So, take that, Nina. Oh boy, that's gotta hurt. Oh yeah, it did. Don't you get it? Errors are bound to happen if your insights are accepted without question. So I ask you, Royal Priestess, what is your true duty? Do the victim souls or the Holy Mother herself wish you to judge people in error? Ooh, you dare bring her holy her name into this? You know nothing, you phony baloney. Please, you two, enough already. Sorry, Nick. I got a little carried away. That's not really like me, huh? No, I should be thanking you, Maya. It's good to have you in my corner. How dare you mock me so? You will not get away with this. I was a fool to show you compassion, and to think I could convince you to accept your fate. So struggle all you want in the Hall of Justice tomorrow. You will receive your just deserts as the scorn of our kingdom is heaped upon you. I can see straight through that contorted smile on your face, you know. She may say these terrible things, but it's just the way she was raised, I guess. Oh, wow. Oh, well. Alright, so let's have a chat with Maya. Zalat's murder. Could you try to remember what happened one more time? I've been trying as hard as I can, but I can't remember anything from the middle of the Rite onward. Oh, right. You suddenly felt sleepy, and everything after that's a blank. Even so, I didn't kill anyone. I'm not the one going around dressed like Lady Kira. Although it's kind of cool to think there's a mysterious female vigilante out there. Right. Alright, praise a lot. Were you close to Acolyte's lot? We met several times during the meetings about the Rite, but I didn't know him very well. He seemed pretty quiet. Didn't you eat together the day before the Rite? Yeah, we ate this once super stinky dish, but it was actually really good. I wasn't sure I'd like it, but it was love at first bite. Like, you know, the salty noodles at Eldune's Noodles? It's like if you added garlic and herbs to that, and then let it simmer for a really long time. Sounds more like a hot pot than ramen to me at that point. Wait a minute. Didn't they say that herb was supposed to prevent you from sleeping for 3 days? And she, not only her, but the entire group. Hold on. Let's put the. Let's show the family picture here. Okay, so do you see the them herbs there? Now, from what we heard, from Mrs. Inme, that those herbs keep you awake for like 3 days. That by eating those herbs, you can go without sleep for 3 days. So, how was Maya put to sleep? Because keep in mind on what she said. During the purification rite, she felt sleepy and, well, she fainted, in a way, like as if someone put her to sleep on purpose. Very suspicious if you ask me. Because as I said, those herbs were supposed to make you go without sleep for 3 days. However, Maya fell asleep during the purification rite. And when she woke up, Abbot Idmi was already killed. So, yeah. Alright, so anyways. Now, I miss ramen too. Speaking of ramen, I should probably go eat some myself sometime. Because, I mean, yeah, I know the cup ramens and the bag ramens, from either Maruchan or Top Ramen or the Nissan Ramen. They're pretty good and all. But honestly, I prefer to go to an actual ramen restaurant and actually eat there. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Anyways, so what was Acolyte's a lot like while you were eating? He seemed to be enjoying the food, but as soon as we were done, he left to go pray. And what did you do? Oh, I returned to the temple to prepare for the rite. That coincides with Mrs. Idmi's description of events. Alright, Lady Kira's identity. Any idea who might be pretending to be Lady Kira? When the rite started, it was just me and Abbot Idmi. But the seance vision showed a third figure who looked like Lady Kira. I know. Lady Kira, I wish I could have seen her in the flesh. Yeah. Let's stay focused on the case, shall we? It was supposed to have been possible for a third party to enter the inner sanctum. But what if she came from the sky? Like that bushy beard paratrooper. That mountain would have been no match for Lady Kira's wings. That's from the Plumbed Punisher TV show, right? How did you know? Because the real Lady Kira doesn't have wings. Oh, I've got it this time. There must be a secret room with a secret door at the inner sanctum. Did you know that there are 88 secret plumbed Punisher bases here in Kurain? Can we please stop about the plumbed Punisher for a sec, Maya? I guess so. Keeping it real is much harder than it looks. Well, I should get going. Sorry I wasn't any help. Don't worry, I've got this. We'll beat the charges tomorrow and be on the first plane back home before you know it. Then we'll go grab dinner at El Dunes or your favorite burger joint. You pick. Sounds good. I think I'll get the extra hamburg steak topping on my salty bow bowl. Best of both worlds. You can have whatever you like, but first I have to beat the charges. I almost forgot. What is it? I have a favor to ask. Okay, but why are we whispering? I forgot. I left something at the high priest's house. It's super important. Would you mind getting and holding on to it for me? Sure. What's this super important thing? In my bag, you'll find a folding book. It's only given to the priestess who performs the rite. It's called the Tome of Secrets. That does sound important. How could you leave something like that just lying around? That explains all the whispering. If Rafa found out, all heck would break loose. Look, it's got Lady Kira's real name written in it, so... Oops, don't tell anyone I told you that. In fact, just forget I said anything at all. It's supposed to be a secret. The Tome of Secrets contains... secrets? Imagine that. What are you two whispering about? Oh, nothing. It's just, she forgot something, so I told her I'd go get it. You are up to something. I just know it. Thanks, Nick. I'm counting on you. Alright. So we're done here, so we have to head all the way back to the High Priest's house. Alright. Hello? Anybody home? No answer. Miss Enemy's probably out right now. Well, I'll just get what I came here for. I'm watching you like a war bat, barbed head. Oops. I did it again. You had better not steal anything. I would never do something like that. I'm just here to get what Maya asked for. Then get on with it. I would if you stop interrupting me. Alright, so let's head towards that bag of hers with the emblem of the Steel Samurai. Ah, here's Maya's bag. What is that strange patch on her bag? It's the Steel Samurai. He's the hero of an action hero show back in my country. It's actually Maya's favorite show. She's got all sorts of merchandise related to it. I see. He looks strikingly similar to the Plumbed Punisher. They are similar, but the Steel Samurai definitely came first. I see. How interesting. Rafa seemed genuinely intrigued. There must be a common thread between Punisher and Steel Samurai fans. Come to think of it, didn't Maya mention something about trading with a Plumbed Punisher fan? But I digress. I'd better find what she asked me to look for and get going. Let's see here. This must be that Tome of Secrets that Maya was talking about. Alright, so we get the Tome of Secrets. A tome given only to the one who will play the role of Lady Kira in the Purification Rite. Well, Barbed Head, are you finished now? Hold on a sec. The string around it is coming undone. Whoops. Oh! You fool! Don't lay eyes upon it! Put it away quickly, before we go blind. Relax. My hand just slipped. This is the Tome of Secrets. Are you trying to get us cursed? Lady Kira is liable to swoop down and gouge our eyes out. Oh, right. This book is related to Lady Kira, isn't it? Your benevolence. Would you mind if I ask you some questions? Oops. Sorry. My fault. Alright, Tome of Secrets. Why do I keep doing that? I keep pushing move instead of speak. It's my fault. It's my fault. Okay. This is not something I would normally speak about to an outsider such as you. Well, can't you make an exception? If you insist. Nayna? What of this phony book? Yes, I see. This very important tome is bestowed upon the priestess in the purification rite. Very important? What's written inside? Yes, I see. Really? Is it alright to reveal that? Your benevolence? Patience. The book contains Lady Kira's true name. Her true name? Is a name really that important of a secret? To a Kuraina's priestess, a person's name is one of the most important things to know. And what is this real name she speaks of? What's so important about a name? Without a name, a priest's voice will fail to reach a person's maitama. It is much like trying to send a letter without the recipient's address. Now, why does that sound familiar? A spirit can only be identified once you know the deceased face and name. Oh, I get it. It's like when you see someone in a crowd you recognize, but you don't know their name. It makes it impossible to get their attention. Indeed, you must know a spirit's face and true name before you can commune with it. It is the same of Kurainism's most secret art, one that my mother alone may use. The queen has a secret art? It is something of foreigners such as you could never hope to guess. Let me guess. Channeling? In Kurainism, spirit channeling is a secret art that can only be performed by the queen. No one else is supposed to be able to do it. I should pretend this is all new to me. Besides, I get the feeling she secretly really wants to tell me about it. Alright, the Queen's secret art. Could you tell me about this secret art of the Queen you spoke of? Come again? Oh, sorry. Maybe we shouldn't talk about this. It is a secret after all, right? It is the secret art of spirit channeling. But I suppose those words are meaningless to you. I'm just surprised how willing you are to tell me about it. A third-rate lawyer could not channel spirits simply by learning the technique. Third rate is a bit harsh. I'd even settle for second. What is it? You have the look of a tentacle hag frog upon your face. What the heck is a tentacled hag frog? Spirit channeling. That's where a medium lets a spirit possess her body to return to our world, right? Well now, I see you've done your homework. Oh, I guess I studied a bit. So, yeah. I apologize if I haven't explained this at all, but in the kingdom of Kurain, when it comes to spirit channeling, only one person can do that, and that is the queen herself. She's the only one that's able to, she's the only one in the entire kingdom that can, that can do the channeling technique. This is the reason why Maya told Phoenix to keep it a secret, because if people found out about her her ability to channel spirits, they would think that she is related to the like she's related to the queen and all. So that's the reason why she kept her channeling technique a secret throughout the entire time she was in she was in Kurain. She didn't want anyone to know about it because I guess they didn't want because who knows what would happen if they found out. Alright, so with the power of spirit channeling, one can bring back even the most ancient of spirits. It is quite a magnificent power, is it not? I've never seen her eyes light up like this before. I imagine they're pretty shocked when they come back from ancient times. Indeed. A spirit's memory is cut off at the moment of death. Oh, excuse me. So, even a spirit that is brought back after centuries doesn't sense any gap in time. Between the moment of its death and the moment it is channeled? Yes, and yet it clearly recalls all of the memories it had in life. Thus, even heroes and scholars of antiquity can be channeled and directly learned from. Our queens have also used this power to help the rulers of neighboring lands seek counsel. That is why we have that is why we have never been invaded, and how we have maintained our unique culture. So spirit channeling is a really effective tool for international politics. It is indeed, and that is why only those with the power to channel spirits may rule our kingdom. But of late, there has been an endless flux of illegal immigrants from neighboring lands. The fools come seeking the same great power as my mother. Illegal immigrants? Yes, it is becoming quite a problem. Some have lost their way in life and look to Korainism for their salvation. Among them are also those of dubious nature who have been driven from their own lands. Dubious nature? Driven from their own land? Gasp in pain to definitely fit that bill. But they sure weren't treating him like an illegal alien. Rafa's spiritual power. Can you channel spirits, your benevolence? I am but the royal priestess. There is still much that I must learn. As of now, the divination seance takes me to the very limit of my ability. So her spiritual power doesn't measure up to Maya's. You were just mocking me in your mind, weren't you? Don't be ridiculous. It is written all over your face, you impudent nincompoop. She said poop. The divination seance was once of the important roles fulfilled by the queen. That is why my mother taught me when I was little. So the queen can perform the dance of devotion. That'd be a sight to see. Someday I will be a powerful priestess and queen, just like my mother. And the divination seance is a vital part of my training to prepare me for that day. Forgive my ignorance, your benevolence. You shall see. It will not be long before I, too, master the secret art of spirit channeling. I will be a magnificent queen who unites her people for the greater good of Kurain. Now I see. Spirit channeling is something she really aspires to. I'm going to ace that test and become the next master. After all, I can't let my clan and the other villagers down. It looks like she actually has something in common with Maya. Are you quite through yet? Through now? There are more important things to do than to stand here and talk about spirit channeling. That's true. It doesn't have anything to do with this case, as far as I can tell. Or does it? If the queen is a spirit medium, are you about to suggest that my mother was channeling Lady Kira? I guess she saw that one coming. Lawyers are indeed a witless breed. On the day of the rite, my mother was engaged in other duties at the palace. Of course. My mother is a very, very busy woman, and the idea itself is preposterous. Do you truly believe the Queen of Kurain would personally battle the insurgents? This is precisely what makes you third-rate. Another dead end. This is bad. Anyway, I need to continue looking for leads. So, over there, after him. Don't let him escape. What is all that racket? What? That escaped prisoner has surfaced here in town? Escaped prisoner? You mean that guy with the bushy beard? There is no reason to panic. The police are on his trail. he's no longer a suspect. But he might know something, considering he was at the scene of the crime. Let's go take a look. Wait! What are you, a scaredy cat or something? Alright, so we're back at the crying bazaar. Ow! My aching back! I forgot how badly I injured it! Ow, ow, ow! I need to do some stretching and exercise more when I get back home. Ah! Mr. Rite! Hey, Albie. That's our ball. Have you seen him? Ow, ow, ow. Are you all right, sir? 1 second. Have you seen that escaped prisoner around here? Oh, so that's why all those police came rushing over here. I heard them saying something about an escaped prisoner disappearing in this area. He disappeared in this area? He couldn't have taken to the air again, could he? Barbed head? I told you to wait. It's too dangerous for you around here, your benevolence. Mr. Arbol could be lurking nearby. What sort of princess would I be if all it took was an escaped prisoner to frighten me? She's fearless. I'll give her that. I can't be responsible if something happens to you. As long as I'm here, though, I might as well search the area myself. If I were an escaped prisoner, where would I hide? Yeah, if I were an escaped prisoner, where would I hide? Dun dun dun! See that little opened manhole there? Let's examine that. That manhole cover, it's open. Yes, Shadow. It is open. Whoa! What is it, Shadow? Did he sniff out someone or something in the manhole? I wonder. Could Shadow track Mr. Arbol if he had something with the rebel scent on it? I don't know. I feel like I've got something with Mr. Arbol's scent on it. Something he might have touched. Well, let's hope I have it. Could this be it? Let's see. Here, Shadow. How about this? I hope it works. Oh, wait a minute. I think he's picked up a scent. And there he goes. You mind if I borrow Shadow for a bit? By all means. I had no idea you could do this. Yeah, go get him, boy. Your benevolence, I'm heading down the manhole now. It could be dangerous, so please wait here. Wait! Don't worry, I won't commit any of those misdeeds you're so worried about. That is not what I fear. There may be a vicious insurgent lurking down there. Oh, are you worried about me? No, I was simply wondering why would you go to such lengths in your investigation. After all, if you would simply withdraw from this case, they might commute your sentence. I'm doing this to prove Maya innocent. But how can you be so sure the accused is innocent? She has already been found guilty. Don't worry. Maybe this extra day is a blessing from the Holy Mother. Let's use it to our advantage. We'll turn this trial inside out and upside down. You'll see. Okay. I believe in her. If she says she's innocent, then that means she's innocent. Lawyers must trust in their clients to the bitter end. That's just what we do. You lame brain. Do what you will. Well, I'm going in. Let's go, Shadow. Be careful. You know what they should have done? They should have added the ladder climbing up or down, like that the whole loading segment from the Resident Evil games. Well, specifically from 1 to Code Veronica, like the ladder scene, that would have helped. Remember, Capcom, you are allowed to use stuff from other games. Or have y'all forgotten? Wait! Come back here! It's pitch black down here! I can't see a thing! Ouch! Ugh. Looks like someone punched me. Ugh. Ow, ow, ow. What happened? I went down into the manhole, and then... Oh, you finally came to. I'd remember that face anywhere. So yeah, this is our escaped prisoner. That's our ball. Get it? And that dragon symbol on his armband. That's the mark of the rebels. There can be no mistake. It's him. That's our ball. Yikes! Sorry, I got a little rough with you back there. Thought you were the cops. Why are you making that face? Hey, want an apple? Phew! I thought he was gonna kill me. I'll pass on the apple, but thanks. I don't mind a good apple, but not right now. Eat one already, Phoenix! If you're hungry, just ask for an apple already. By the way, my favorite fruit has always been and will be apples. By the way. What is this place? This is the office of my brother in arms, Dirk. But right now, we're using it as a rebel safe house. Wait, back up a sec. What kind of office is this exactly? A law office. What else? Really? Dirk, you used to be a lawyer? Yep, just like you. Kurai's public enemy #1 is an ex-lawyer? Didn't see that coming. But I do suppose I'll be coming round here in... but I don't suppose I'll be coming round here anymore. You won't? Aren't you planning to flee or something? It's just... I want to get out of the rebel business. Tired of being hounded by the cops and all that. So I came by today to pick up the last of my stuff. Really? I'm gonna sell Dirk's info to the Minister of Justice, then slip out of crime. Wait a second. You're a key person of interest in this case. You can't go running off like that. Relax, will you? I'll tell you whatever you need to know. Oh, and sorry about punching your lights out back there. My bad. So, Mr. Lawyer Man, what do you want to know? Tell me about the murders of the High Priest, Abbot Idmi, and his acolyte Praise Salot. Sure, I'll tell you whatever I can. Don't know if it'll be much help, though. I mean, I'm not a rebel anymore, so I wonder how true that really is. Alright, so yeah, that's our ball. Alright, so let's speak to him about the High Priest's murder. Tell me everything you know about the High Priest's murder. Well, as you know, I don't remember much about that. I banged my head on a rock as soon as I parachuted into the inner sanctum. So when I told you I had nothing to do with this murder, I mean it. Okay then, where were you when you came to after banging your head? By the time I came to, it was already dawn. I must have been out cold the whole time. So you didn't see the crime happen at all? You got that right. Then why did you say you did when you testified? Oh, about that, since I didn't remember a thing, I was afraid I'd seem suspicious, so I came up with that whole story. Does he even realize how much trouble his big fat lie has cost me? Sorry for the trouble. It was definitely my bad. He doesn't seem very sorry to me. So, the bottom line is you were at the scene of the crime, but weren't involved in it. I got it. Alright, Dirk the attorney. So Dirk used to be a lawyer. Yep. He was a force to be reckoned with back when he was still practicing. He was a juggernaut of the law and as mighty as a dragon. He could strike terror into a prosecutor's heart just by glaring at him. People call it his dragon's glare. He even got criminals to confess and pass out with a well-paced glare. You've got to be kidding me. But most important of all, he would never surrender. He'd fight for the accused, no matter how the odds were stacked against him. Is that what you mean by the will of the dragon? Yep, that would be it. Actually, your work in court yesterday was mighty impressive too. You didn't give up, no matter how hard of a beating you took. Not unlike Dirk, I might add. Oh, thanks. Even a big part of that beating I took was because of you. Alright, so let's examine a couple things here. First off, that little picture here from that anime cutscene we saw earlier. There's a knife driven deep into a photo of the queen. I guess the rebels really hate her. I better remember to stay on their good side. Alright. What about this golden object thing? Because I know it has the symbol of the Maitama. Incense and white flowers. The flowers are still fresh. They must have been put here maybe today or yesterday. Did you put these here, Mr. Arbol? Something wrong with flowers? Oh, no. It's just a traditional thing here in Ukurain. Pay it no mind. Alright. Okay, we're done here. What's this board? This looks like a photo of Dirk and his compatriots. And here's one that looks really old. Uh-oh. Do we see something familiar? Come on. You know that hairstyle looks very familiar. Wow. This was taken about 20 years ago. Those are Dirk's sons. Really? So is the rebel Dirk in the center? He doesn't look so evil. And both of his sons look kind of familiar. The one on the left is Yuri. Oh, but you know him as Prosecutor Sadmahi. But Prosecutor Sadmahi is Dirk's son? That he is. Yuri was once a rebel too. He used to really respect his old man, both as a father and as a lawyer. Then why did he become a prosecutor? Being a lawyer in this kingdom is the same as signing your own death warrant on the account of the DC Act, right? Yeah. That's why Yudi decided to be a prosecutor instead. He wanted to spark a revolution from the inside, so he dove right into the enemy's den. I would have never guessed it. Looking at him now, you can say that again. Dirk is battling to change Kurain's legal system. The will of the dragon spurs him on. We all thought Yudi was taking up the mantle to carry on that will too. We were sure he'd help overthrow Ron one day, but as you've seen, he now uses the law to do her bidding. Dirk's been beside himself, so he no longer carries the will of the dragon in him, huh? I wonder what happened between father and son for it to come to this. What about the other child in the photo? That's Dirk's adopted son, but he's gone back overseas. His name's Apollo. Apollo? Wait a second. That bracelet! It really is Apollo! He was a rascal, that one, and his voice could shake the entire room. I imagine he's out there raising high hiffles somewhere. Yes, I'm sure he's doing just fine. considering how far he's come. Mr. Arball's description really doesn't do Apollo justice. I see what they've done there. Apollo! I've been watching you grow over these past 2 years. That's why I know you're ready. Why I know I can leave Trucy and the office to you. Yeah, this was that phone call Apollo and Phoenix had during the second episode. Alright. Let's continue on here. I believe in you, Apollo. Thank you. I'll be fine. Everything will be fine. He's a responsible young man now. He never lost that loud voice, though. Oh, wow. Alright. A fridge. You guys get electricity? Yeah, but the power goes out occasionally. Well, that's pretty inconvenient. You're telling me sometimes it goes out for an entire day. What about the other stuff in the fridge? Oh, excuse me 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so let's continue on here. What about the stuff in the fridge? Why don't you see for yourself? Forget I asked. I'm afraid what I might find. Alright. Anything else? Oh. The signboard. What's this thing with the dragon on it? Some kind of sign? Yep. That was his business sign back when this was Dirk's office. He used to be a lawyer, right? That he was, but it was a really long time ago. This place has seen better days, that's for sure. Well, I hope he can put his sign back up someday. I wouldn't hold my breath. Gee, I wonder why. The robe. Let's take a look at that robe here. Or the clothes. Is that... Oh, it's a coat. Not a robe. Is that coat, yours, Mr. Arball? Nah, it belongs to the rebel leader, Dirk. It's pretty impressive. I like the color, too. Want to try it on? Really? You sure it's okay? Of course. I bet it would look great on you. Well then, don't mind if I do. It smells all moldy. I can't believe you fell for it. I think thing's been hanging there forever. Note to self: don't trust this guy ever again. All right, the table. Let's take a look at this table here. There are bowls and platters of food. They're still warm, as if this was all recently prepared. You must have a pretty big appetite, Mr. Arball. A guy's as big and strong as me, got even bigger appetites, you know. But you just fled from the police. I don't know how you could eat this much after all that excitement. Sorry if I offended you. But first, let's start with an appetizer. Where's he getting all those apples from? Want to join me, Mr. Lawyer Man? I got plenty of sewer lizards too. Thanks, but I already ate. And ooh, a book. Is this a law book? Dragon marks been branded into the cover. That's Dirk's law book. Really? The leader of the rebels? That Dirk? That's right. And that mark of the dragon is the emblem of the rebellion. The pages in this one section are really dirty. Must be the section on the DC Act. Alright, so we get our next piece of evidence, Dirk's law book. Branding it with the Defiant Dragon's mark demonstrates the strength of Dirk's convictions. He must have done a ton of research on the DC Act. He practically wore out the entire section. Well, I gotta start packing. Who knows when they might catch up with me if I don't scram soon. Please wait, I still need to ask you something. Go ahead, shoot. What are you rebels trying to do? And why were you at the inner sanctum in the first place? Mr. Arball's plan. Why were you at the inner sanctum on the day of the murder? Or more precisely, what were you trying to do there? I was trying to escape from prison, that's all. But that high priest was a fool for getting taken in by Dirk. He should have tried hightailing it out of Kuraing like I'm doing. Uh-oh. Oh, we got 4 Cyclops now. Alright. If that's what he wants, then we're gonna have to present evidence to get the real reason out of him. Ah, Cyclops. Mr. Arball is hiding something, but I won't know exactly what until I can undo those locks. What exactly are you trying to hide, Mr. Arball? Huh? I'm not hiding anything. No way, no how. I'll just use my Magatama on him then. Alright, Cyclock time. Here we go.
Take that.
That's plan. I'm gonna ask you again. Why were you at the inner sanctum on the day of the murder? Or more precisely, what were you trying to do there? You can keep asking, but the answer's still the same. I was trying to escape from prison. That's all. But that high priest was a fool. He fell for Dirk's line and sold his own country out. How can you say such things about him? He helped you escape, didn't he? Don't you even care about what happened to him? Nope. I was getting out of the rebellion anyway. He should have opened his eyes. We never stood a chance against the Ran regime. Hang on. Do you really believe what you're saying? Didn't the High Priest's death really hurt you on the inside? Like I just said, I couldn't care less about the whole thing. I beg to differ. This wouldn't be here in this room if you didn't feel a thing. And thus we present the flower. The Namanda flower. I heard these flowers are offered in memory of the dead here in Kurain. The high priest's death hit you hard. So you've been grieving here alone, haven't you? Well, hee ho! Those flowers don't mean anything. It's just a Kurainese way of saying goodbye. Why hide the fact that you were mourning his death? You're reading into this too much. I told you, I'm done with the rebellion. I haven't heard from Dirk or the rest of them for a few days. And tomorrow, I'm planning to kiss this kingdom goodbye. No, I know you've been in contact with the other rebels lately. And how exactly do you plan on proving that? This piece of evidence ties you to the other rebels. Thus, let's present... here it is. Because, remember what this flag said. It's not a prayer. In actuality, it's a message. And that message was at the usual spot. Bring grub. The key to... I found this prayer flag at the Plaza of Devotion. You wrote a message on it and left it behind for your fellow rebels, didn't you? Mm. They brought this food for you at your request. Whew. So you're lying about leaving the rebels. You're still involved with Dirk and the rest of them, aren't you? Yeah, that's two. You have two more to go. Are you ready to tell me the truth now? Oh, you're good, Mr. Lawyer Man. I admit it. I requested the grub, but I was taking advantage of them. That's all. What do you mean? With my face plastered all over the place, I couldn't stay out in the open anymore. So I just took advantage of my former comrades for some grub and a place to hide. I was gonna kiss this kingdom goodbye tomorrow. I'm not buying it. You're obviously lying. I can tell just by looking at you. The white-hot flames of revolution definitely still burn on in society. What? That's ridiculous. Those flames burned out a long time ago. This proves that the flames of revolution still burn on inside of you. And thus, let's present Dirk's Law Book. Dirk's Law Book? I'm no lawyer. So what's that got to do with me? Look at the mark branded onto the cover. This mark that stands for an unwavering commitment to the revolution. It is Dirk's way of representing the will of the dragon. Yeah? So what of it? Ooh, that's really hurting my throat there, but I'll continue on. No matter what. You have that same mark on the scarf tied around your left arm. But you wouldn't be wearing that if you were no longer a rebel. I forgot to take it off. That's all. No, as a wanted man, that should have been the first thing you took off. The fact that you haven't hit that mark yet proves you're still a rebel. Hoo-ha! Alright, 3 down, 1 more to go. Think what you want, but you don't know anything about me. No, you're wrong. You wear your heart and your beliefs right on your sleeve, just like me. And this is what I believe in. And thus, let's present Phoenix's attorney's badge. When a person's back is against the wall, they always fall back on what they believe in. Just as I always have my badge, you always have the will of the dragon with you. And would you risk your life for your beliefs? No, I wouldn't. No? No, because I wouldn't be much use to my clients dead. Now admit it. You've never once thought about leaving the other Defiant Dragons, have you? That look in your eye. It's just like Dirk's. Looks like you've got the will of the dragon inside of you too. Unlock successful. Alright. So, what was Mr. Arball's plan? Let's find out. I had planned to... Sorry, I had planned to take you out if you turned out to be on the side of the Royals. But I think I can trust you. I can't believe I was that close to getting shanked here. It's like you said, I've no intention of leaving Dirk's group. In other words, you were testing me? You're a foreigner and a lawyer who's been charged with abetting a criminal to boot. And I've seen a fair share of lawyers get pardoned after weeping at the feet of the Queen. Well, I'm going to keep fighting till the end. Yeah, I can see that now. Sorry I ever doubted you. So, what are you doing here anyway? I came to get the secret hideout key from a helper. A secret hideout? Yep. I was supposed to get my next order from Dirk there, but the town's swarming with cops thanks to that murder. Nothing I can do about that. What about the order Dirk was supposed to give you? Gonna have to abort that mission. Now I'm just lying low for waiting for a chance to make contact with Dirk again. Hey, why the long face? I thought you'd be able to tell me something about the High Priest's murder. Sorry to disappoint you. Oh, I know. Let me make it up to you with this. What is it? This orb is actually a key. It opens the door to one of our secret hideouts. I can't say any more than that. Anyway, I hope it helps. This orb is a key? Yup. Plus the hideouts in a totally unexpected location. Oops, excuse me. And being that it's super secret, we couldn't have just any ordinary key. I see. Alright, so we get the golden orb. An orb entrusted to me by Mr. Arball. It seems to be the key to the rebel hideout. Maybe this will help me unravel the truth behind this case. Thanks. Don't mention it. Besides, you're a fellow brother in arms, fighting the powers that be. If it'll help you, feel free to pick my brain a bit more. Alright, Lady Kira. Everyone's been talking about the return of Lady Kira lately. Well, my friend Maya's suspected of being the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. You wouldn't happen to know who she really is, though, would you? Beats me, but whoever she is, she's bushwhacked me and hauled me off to jail. Even worse, on top of attacking us and delivering us to the cops, she's been watching us like a hawk and framing us for different crimes. Watching you like a hawk? Framing you for crimes? Why would someone go to all that trouble? Our kingdom's kingdom likes to pretend that its people are free to think what they want. Because of that, the authorities can't arrest you for just sympathizing with the rebellion. So they resort to framing people for things they didn't do. Then that Lady Kira figure is, yep, she's just some lickspittle working for the Garan regime. Wow! Even without the DC Act, Dirk and his insurgent scum's buddies' days are numbered. What's that supposed to mean? Let's just say I got a little trick up my sleeve, so I'd watch it if I were you. Cause you got a defiant attitude, like one of them dragon dupes. So he was talking about Lady Kira then. Advanced combat skills, detailed surveillance, and clever setups. She's no amateur if you ask me. So you're saying the monarchy is using Lady Kira to secretly take out the rebels? Exactly. The Garan regime is using her to control the people, even down to what we think. Why don't the people protest if the monarchy is doing things like that? Unfortunately, we don't have any conclusive evidence, and without that, we can't prove anything. I know the feeling. If I bring this up in court, they probably dismiss it out of hand. I'll have to unmask Lady Kira if I want to get anywhere. Alright, goal of the revolution. Our goal, to get rid of that evil, no-good DC Act. I can tell just by looking at Dirk's law book. The DC Act has turned this kingdom into a corrupt cesspool, where false charges are overlooked and prosecutors are the only ones heard in court. It's been 23 years since it was first enacted. What happened to 23 years ago to make them pass such a terrible law? The assassination of Queen Amara. That's where it all began. It happened before I was even born, but Queen Amara, the previous queen, was assassinated, and it was the rebel leader Dirk who did it. Dirk assassinated the former queen, didn't he? That's the official line, but the official line? Those charges were completely trumped up. Dirk was framed. I'm telling you, he was. Plus, Dirk was a lawyer. Once the people thought a lawyer had killed the queen, they turned against all lawyers, and that's how the DC Act was first passed. So that's why there aren't any lawyers around in Khurain. Ooh, so yeah, there's your reason why the Kingdom of Khurain have abolished all lawyers. It's because of what they think Dirk did. That he was the one that assassinated their previous queen, known as Queen Amara. That's why, because of that, the law of abolishing all lawyers law was implemented. So yeah, it all started because of the assassination of the previous queen, and the blame was put on Dirk, who was a lawyer. Hence the reason why that's why all lawyers were abolished due to the DC Act. So that's messed up. That's really messed up. Though the people that are with Dirk know he didn't do a thing like that. He got framed for it. So who is this real culprit? Who's the real the real culprit who assassinated the previous queen? Well, we're gonna have to wait as we progress even further to do the whole story. Even worse, it changed the significance of the divination seance. The significance of the divination seance? They were holding seances in court even before the DC Act. Oh, that was Phoenix talking. You bet they were. Lawyers and prosecutors used to hotly contest the insights that came out of seances. You mean like what I've been doing? Right. It's like Dirk used to say. The royal priestess insights are just another a piece of evidence. Right. I see what you mean about the significance of the divination seance. But the thing is, Rayfad has no idea that the seances can be, can sometimes have contradictions. She always thought that the seances hold the whole truth and nothing but the truth. She doesn't know that. At least I think she doesn't. Yep, the insights became the only truth, and arguing against them was banned. As royal priestess, it is my duty to reveal the truth through the divination seance. This time, I will prove that the insights I glean thereof are the very truth itself. Prepare yourself, for this shall be your last trial and your last rites. Tomorrow shall end with you under the headman's axe. From what I've seen, Rafa would agree with that. This kingdom's shadow of its former self. It's become a dictatorship when the royals use the fear of trumped up charges to rule. And that's what Dirk's been rebelling against? Yup, and all we want is to live in a kingdom with a fair and impartial legal system. And there's only one way to make that come true: overthrow the current regime. So that's the truth behind the rebels. Well, PW, my friend, it's about time for me to get going. After all, I am the fangs of the defiant dragons. Henshin! That's our ball. You're not going to do that alley-oop thing again, are you? I was just getting to that. See you when I see ya. Alley-oop! Why does he have to jump like that before running off? Well, I guess we're friends now. But enough about that. I've already spent way too much time here. Alright, so we've gone out of the sewer. Phew. Phew, I finally got out of there. Mr. Wright, I'm so glad you're okay. I was so worried about you. Now, calm down, Shadow. Shadow, what happened to him anyway? He came out of the manhole about 5 minutes after you went in. Sorry he wasn't much help. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Well, did you find anything of worth? Oh, I tripped and fell down there. I must have been out cold for a while. I better keep things to myself for now. I figured as much. I have to find that secret hideout Mr. Arbol was talking about. I should probably start with places that have something to do with the High Priest. And you never know, and you're not gonna believe where this place is. Let's head to, there right now. Yep, the Inner Sanctum. That's where it is. Barbed Head, you already searched here, did you not? Oh, I just thought I'd look around again, you know, in case I missed something. I probably shouldn't tell her I'm looking for the secret rebel hideout. We have a saying back home: leave no stone unturned. Oh, yes. You cannot stump me. I know that one. Actually, I don't have a clue. It's written all over your face. I'll help you out with that. That's so funny. Alright, so let's see. We're gonna have to do some. Let's examine. Let's rotate towards the right and ooh, what do we have here? It's a statue of a bird. I should take a closer look later. And by later you mean now. Hey, this eye is missing. What are you doing? You must not touch that for no reason. Sorry. But that shape, I wonder. Yep, let's take a look. Let's use that orb.
Take that!
I knew it. What? Oh, that was Rite. She must be at a loss for words, and that doesn't happen too often. What is this place? Explain yourself at once, Barbed Head. I didn't think she's... sorry, I don't think she's ready for the full story. I don't really know much myself, but it seems to be a secret rebel hideout. Hideout. If I'm shocked there's a secret door here, I imagine that goes double for Rayfa. A rebel hideout in the inner sanctum? Somebody will pay for this. Well, for now, I think I'll have a look around. Wait, you must not enter before the police. Don't worry, I won't disturb anything. Or at least I'll try not to. Besides, with you watching over me, it should be fine, right? And, you see... Fine. Just please... Stop pleading your case. I can only stand so much lawyerly drivel. But I will be presenting all information gleaned from your efforts here to the police. Of course. Now, shall we? I will go no further. Oh, right. You're not supposed to come in contact with the taint of Lady Kira's battles. Very good, Barbed Head. I commend you for remembering. Oh, well, thank you. Wait, what am I thanking her for? I may not be able to enter, but I will allow no misdeeds on your part. I will be watching you like a warbad, from the entrance here. I told you I'm not going to do anything. I better hurry before she changes her mind. Alright, so let's move towards the rebel hideout. Alright, so we're now in the secret hideout. I believe this to be a sacred space that it enshrines the source of the spring water. That makes sense. The rebels must have converted it into a secret hideout. But what about the warbat, a revolving door? I wonder if that too was originally intended to hide and protect the sacred space. To think those filthy rebels were scheming their schemes into this most sacred space. It is a desecration upon Kurainism itself. The defiant dragons shall pay for this. I suppose it's only natural that she'd be upset, but the investigation must go on. I think I'll start by taking a picture of the place. Good thing I brought a camera to snap some souvenir shots. All right, so we get our next piece of evidence. Stop that! You must not take... Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Stop that! You must not take photos here without permission. Rafa's really fired up. She's sticking her head in as far as it'll go. I guess she won't be tainted as long as she doesn't touch anything. Alright, so we get our next piece of evidence. The rebel hideout photo. A photo of the secret rebel hideout. It was literally built into the inner sanctum. Now, to search every nook and cranny. Bartek, just because it is hard for me to see your every move, do not use that as an excuse to touch and break things. I heard you the first time. Sheesh. Alright. It's time for a good examination. Looks like I don't see any arrows, so there's not much to see anyways. Alright. The weapons. I see a crossbow, a shovel, a pitchfork, and I think I see a scythe. I'm not quite sure. I see an axe, some arrows, and a little cannon? I don't know. Anyways. Oops. There we go. I gotta make sure it's blinking red. There we go. Weapons! And lots of them, too. Oh yeah, I forgot the rifles there, too. We are lucky we found them before they could be used. Excellent work, Barbed. Oh, thanks. If the rebellion ever happens, I hope it's bloodless. Yeah, the rifles here too. Alright, let's check out this water system here. Because you see that water coming down from here. So this is the water source that's supplies the inner sanctum spring. It flows through the channel built into the floor before heading outside. Lady Kira uses this sacred water to wash the taint of battle from her body. It's also not red like the water in the spring. Alright, what else can we see? Ooh, I see like a lot of papers here. Let's take a look. Looks like in order from Dirk. What's this? Let me see that. I thought you're not supposed to touch anything in here. This is an exception. Now hand it over. Let's see here. Oh, Holy Mother. What? What does it say? It is an order intended for that rebel named Dats. It reads, after the Rite infiltrate the palace under the guise of returning Lady Kira's costume, and search for clues about the incident from 23 years ago. Dirk. 23 years ago? He must mean the assassination of Queen Amara. I wonder what the rebels are up to. It's intriguing and all, but it doesn't seem related to the case at hand. This will not do. I must warn my mother at once. No need to do that. This order will never be carried out. Lady Kira's costume is still here, and Abedinmi is no longer able to aid the rebels. I knew that. No, you didn't. Let's see what's the screen object, and are those handprints? I see 2 handprints. A large stone slab. It's shaped like a magatama. It looks rather unstable. I bet it tip over in an earthquake. What's that earthly, earthy, grass-like smell? It is the smell of the moss that covers the stone. Oh, so this shaggy green stuff is moss. It looks like some of the moss about halfway has been disturbed. I wonder why is that? One quick touch can't hurt, right? Whoa! The slab's starting to wobble. What is happening? What have you done to the sacred space? Nothing. All I did was nudge it a little. I knew it looked unstable. Probably best not to touch it again. Ooh, what's this? Blood? What's this? A bloodstain? I should probably try to figure out what happened in here. Don't tamper with any evidence before the police arrive. The police? Hey, that reminds me. Emma gave me something to just for times like these. And thus, if you remember, we're given the luminol spray. So I'm gonna skip all this since we already seen it. Luminol testing fluid glows in reaction to even the tiniest trace of blood. So it can even detect areas where blood has been wiped out. It might help us figure out what happened in here. Okay, it's time for science to do its thing. First, let me put these red tinted glasses on and see the luminols glow. All right, so we're now in Virtual Boy color, or red. Then I touch wherever I want to spray some of the luminol. Areas there was blood. Wait, areas where there was blood will react by turning blue. All right, so with the cursor, let's try right here. Anything here? Nope. Oh well, let's go right here. Let's see, where can I find some bloodstains here? There's gotta be some here somewhere, you know? Aha! This is a huge bloodstain. So something big must have happened here. Perhaps the High Priest's blood flowed in there from under the Warbat statue. There was definitely a lot of blood here, but it's impossible to say much else at this point. I'll just take a picture for now. Oh, right. Luminol reactions don't show up in photos. I'll just have to take some notes. That should do it. I didn't notice before, but the bloodstain looks like it was smeared away in one place. Is it because the Warbat revolving door passed over it? Alright, so the photo has been updated to have the luminol results. So we're done here. Alright, so let's see if there's anything we may have missed. Oh, there's a plum Punisher calendar here. Ah, now I understand. The villains in the Plum Punisher are based on the insurgents. Watching the show must have roused their eerie against Lady Kira. I doubt that's it. Alright. Look. What is it, Barbed? It's a plumped Punisher clock. Why, I believe it's a limited edition promotional item given to 50 lucky viewers. This rare item plays the theme song every hour. Oh wow, that can be so annoying. Hand it over now, Barbed. She snatched it away from me. No matter what she says, Rafa is definitely a huge fan. What a fine item. And this switch, if I'm right. Yep, it's the Plumbed Punisher theme song. Yes, now I see. The insurgents who use this room must be Plumbed Punisher fans. That may be so, but I don't see how it's relevant to this case. Alright, let's see if we... Ooh. This chain thing here. The statue door rotates when you pull this chain. I see. Then you must shut the door and destroy its mechanism. That will deprive the insurgents of access to this place. But wouldn't that trap me in here? Not to worry. I would come visit you once a year. She's actually serious. Alright, let's see if there's anything I may have missed around here. Ah, here we go. How dare those filthy insurgents raise their banner amid such a sacred space? Barbed, you must burn it at once. Didn't you tell me not to touch or to damage anything? This is an exception. Very well. If you will not do it, then I will. But your benevolence, I thought you're not supposed to come in here. Yeah. For once, the strange customs of this kingdom are working in my favor. There's something under the banner. A microphone? What's this doing here? Was someone trying to record something with it? Well, I think that covers about everything here. Mr. Wright, you shouldn't have come in here before the police. Sorry, but I was in a hurry. I didn't do anything I wasn't supposed to do. Her benevolence can attest to that. It is your fault for being so slow. I expect the police to work faster and more efficiently. Sorry. Well, Barbed, have you not already seen enough? I guess it's about time I got back to the temple and go over everything I've learned. Alright, so let's be out and head back towards Temple. Skip that. Welcome back, Mr. Wright. How'd it go? Oh my goodness, excuse me. Unfortunately, I didn't find anything conclusive. No way. I do not understand, Barbed. What don't you understand? Why you did not commit any misdeeds during the investigation? After all, lawyers ply their trade primarily through illicit means and methods. What? Who told you that? My mother. Are you saying she was wrong? No, that cannot be. You must have committed some sort of misdeed right under my nose. If that were so, she wasted her whole day following me around. Excuse me. What is it? Prosecutor Sadmahi has need of me. What's going on? I must go perform a divination seance for praise a lot. It is our custom for the prosecution to review its contents before a trial begins. I see. The third time will be the charm. My insights. Oh my goodness. My insights will finally bring you to your knees, and I will teach that neophyte practitioner a lesson. Looks like the royal priestess is back with a vengeance. She's made a full recovery from when we started the investigation earlier. I look forward to seeing you in court, your benevolence. Your overconfidence will be your downfall. You will not look so confident when I am finished with you tomorrow. Doncs I'm not really looking forward to seeing her tomorrow, especially without any solid evidence. Why don't we go over everything you saw so far? All right. Let's see here. Acolyte Slot was killed during the rite with Lady Kira's dagger, and Maya's fingerprints were found on it. That doesn't sound very good. I know. It's the very definition of being up a creek without a paddle. The day before his murder, Zula enjoyed a meal with the high priest, his wife, and Maya. I also learned about spirit channeling here in Kurai. None of that sounds very helpful. Oh, but I did hear something interesting. That rebel hunting Lady Kira might be working for the Justice Minister. What? Really? Our kingdom is supposed to be ruled through faith and laws. We can't allow people to be controlled by fear and violence. That sounds like something a rebel might say. It does? But if that Lady Kira really is one of Minister Inga's subordinates, that would exonerate Miss Maya. Unfortunately, I have no way of proving it in court. Oh, that's too bad. Oh, I almost forgot about the secret rebel hideout we found at the Inner Sanctum. There was a bloodstain inside, but I don't know if or how it's connected to this case, though. Wow, a secret room at the Inner Sanctum? That would be a huge hit with tourists. This kid really is an entrepreneur at heart. What I mean is that hideout could be important to your case. Maybe, but it's still too early to tell. Looks like I'm heading into to court without any useful evidence. we'll just have to pray something appears during tomorrow's trial. Princess Rafa's divination seance might be my only hope. There could be some new info in it that might help. The divination seance? But I thought it always works against the accused. Not always. Right. It's like the Dirk used to say. The royal priest's insights are just another piece of evidence. Really? I never heard of anyone say that before. It's hard to figure you out sometimes, sir. Divination seance work both ways before the DC Act. It's only now that people of Kurain find it strange. Mr. Wright, I just wanted to say good luck tomorrow. Thanks. I can't afford to lose this next one. Technically, he didn't lose yet. Because Phoenix is still breathing. So no, I know the saying, a loss is a loss, but I don't see it that way. Alright, so I've collected all sorts of info, but I haven't even started connecting the dots. If I could do that, I might have a shot at pulling off a win. Rafa's insights will be the deciding factor. It's a huge gamble, but it's all I've got. All right, tune in Thursday, cause Wednesday I there's something I have to do tomorrow, but so tune in Thursday for the conclusion of the Rite of Turnabout. Oh boy, everything we've studied up to this point will all be revealed. Will Maya be free of all charges? Yes, and I mean all charges. Well, we're gonna have to wait until that very trial. So, until then, everyone, take care and God bless. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, and share with all your family and friends. If you're enjoying my content, consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to click that bell to receive notifications for new videos. Take care, and God bless.